Um, to be honest, looks pretty regular PE for us. I mean, it's not a ground I say we come to regularly in the test sort of format, but it looks like a pretty good normal PE wicket to me. Yeah, we're still obviously going to finalise that this afternoon. I know Andrew Hudson's coming in this afternoon, so that'll be finalised when he gets here. That's very kind of him. One thing I've learned is that when you ask for things, you generally don't get them. So we tend to stay away. I think we're just happy with a good test wicket. Obviously, we'd love a result wicket, but just generally a good test wicket. It's obviously a fairly quick turnaround, which I feel is a good thing. We've got straight back into our work. We've had some good discussions. I'm generally really hoping that first hit out will help us get to our best. I think, if anything, I feel that we've lacked a little bit of real competitive cricket coming into this series, and I think that was shown in the first test match, and we were certainly outplayed, and we've got to now get ourselves back into the series now in the next 5 days, and I'm hoping that we'll be better for that. Yeah, I mean, we go through patches. I thought he had a fairly decent Indian tour on tough wickets. And Alviro's been around for a period of time. He knows his game. He's been around performing at the top of the order for a long period of time, and I expect him to be able to put that right. I wouldn't say so. Obviously, Australia are playing really well at the moment. They're hot, they're in form, which is always a challenge. I mean, I think Pakistan in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, going 1-0 down there, being able to bounce back in conditions that I think generally South African teams have found tough was a challenge. I think, the important thing, as I said, after that test match, to be smart, to make good decisions, to train well this week and be prepared to be able to play the type of cricket that is needed to be successful here in Port Elizabeth. Centurion is done. That surface is behind us now, and we need to be able to adapt our minds and hopefully come and play winning cricket on what this surface is going to provide over the next 5 days. I mean, for us, it's always been a great place to play. I mean, great atmosphere. The fans really get behind the team. Even the vibe around the city, when you're moving around the city, you can feel the excitement of having the Proteas in town, and a big occasion like this, a big South African-Australia test match, which is, certainly a highlight for a lot of people. It's always been exciting series, so I certainly can feel the excitement around PE, and we expect a nice jovial crowd as always here in PE. No, as I said to you, I think I've learned not to here in South Africa. As we said, we just requested a good test wicket. I mean, ultimately, he knows this wicket better than all of us. Russell probably knows it better than I do, but just a good test wicket. Obviously, we'd like a wicket that can produce a result at the end of the day, but a wicket that will just provide good cricket over the next 5 days. Yeah, I don't know. It's obviously tough. I guess my role is just to hopefully keep them focused on what's important, and that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, or if they get the opportunity to play, is a chance for them to hopefully put that right and to show people that they're worthy. So I think that's just got to be my job, to help keep them focused. It's obviously another curveball that's tough to deal with, but we just got to find a way, really. So obviously no different to the past. I mean, I've faced Mitchell a lot of times when he's had the better of me, and times where I've had the better of him. I feel that obviously the wicket, the new ball at Centurion with the cracks and stuff played a really important role. So first 20-25 overs there was crucial, which he was able to strike, which definitely made it difficult. I think obviously any game, any test match, if your top three can get a big partnership going, it definitely does transfer pressure back onto the bowling unit and allow sort of everything else to settle. So I think no different to any other test match, any other test series, that we'd like someone in our top order, a big partnership, certainly in that top three, to set us up. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to say why we've started so slowly in a lot of series. Maybe we just don't like to throw the first punch. So I think it's important that you have the ability to respond, know how to respond. I think experience plays a big role there. And as I said before, the guys have a lot of reference points in terms of confidence, in terms of performances to fall back on. And I think this week it's just about summing up and knowing, not carrying too much baggage from Pretoria, making sure that we can put it into our performance here, knowing Centurion is behind us, that we're now in Port Elizabeth, how can we win here? And that's going to be the crucial mindset. No, Malcolm, I think you're experienced enough to know that one dismissal doesn't make you lose credibility. I think there's a lot of guys who've been able to perform against the fastest bowlers in the world for a period of time. I've made a career out of looking ugly, so if I can keep doing that, I'll be happy. No difference, as I've said. One thing I do know is that when you're behind the game, other teams going to have a lot more attacking fielders than you are, and that's the simple matter of it all. When you're 200 runs behind in the first innings, you've got to play, sort of some catchers, some defensive fielders, but when you've got an opportunity to win a game, you can really go all out attack and have that opportunity. And so I guess the cricket that we play, get our basics right. If we can get ourselves ahead of the game, that'll all change. Not a lot. I mean, we've had a general group discussion on areas that we want to improve. We haven't certainly watched any more video or anything different than what we would have done before the first test. I do believe that our mindsets and our game plans are good. Ultimately, it's about walking the walk now and going out there the next 5 days and being able to produce the performances to show that. I feel that mentally and planning-wise, we're well prepared. It's just about us going to play the good cricket now. Yeah, I mean, I can go and watch some videotapes of scoring hundreds against Mitchell, which I've done. So, I mean, I think every player here has had success against this attack, and not so long ago, really, also. So, I think it's also important not to get caught up in the hype. Obviously, Mitchell has bowled extremely well, bowled aggressively, and we all know that creates headlines, creates stories, creates fanfare. And certainly there's a huge amount of respect in our team for someone that is performing well. But it's important not to get caught up in that and focus on what's important. That's us performing well and getting our skills right.